good, everybody? Today in this tutorial we're gonna be doing a mid-drop fade with curls on top. To start the haircut, I'll be damping my client's hair with some water since he did only want to trim on top. And the way I do scissor work is just to comb the hair and cut it to a certain length, and that length you just cut, you can just use it as a walking guideline, and you do that all around until everything is nice and even. My next step is to dry the hair so that my client is not dripping with water, and so that the hair on top can be back to its natural curls. For the fading process, you always want to comb down the hair into its natural position in order to have a neat and clear canvas. Same thing on the left side next to C cup, bring it midway and then drop it down in the natural shape of the head. Here I'm removing some bulk. Next, I'll be using my Barber shavers just to, give it more contrast and, get rid of those little stubbles that, the trimmer couldn't get. Use my 1.5 guard and go up about an inch above my previous ball line to see if my client has any bald spots or anything like that, something that could affect the fade. And you just want to do that all around. Next is the lever open, going up about half an inch, keeping it even all around the sides. To remove that guideline, you want to play with the lever. You want to close it little by little as you go down until you reach that ball guideline. Shorten your cutting strokes as you go down. Same thing on the left side, shortening your cutting strokes as you go down with the lever. about, again, half an inch. Same thing on the right side, keeping it about half an inch, keeping it even. And here I just use a comb so that I don't cut as much or I don't dig in as much, and that makes it easy for me to blend. Now to blending that 1 to a 0, you want to grab your half guard. And you just want to do the same fade technique, which is to gradually close your lever as you go down to the line. You want to shorten your cutting strokes as you go down, just so that you don't end up stretching the fade up high. The line is nice and blended all around. And as you can see, it's coming out pretty blurry already. Together, I'll be grabbing my foreguard and just scooping into the bowl. I'm not trying to dig into the hair on top, because it'll just, you know, make it really hard for yourself to blend in. Now I'm a number 3 guard right below the number 4. Still kind of in a scooping motion. Just stacking guards until it's nice and blended. Now to really connect the fade, I'll be using my 1.5 guard, and I'm basically just hitting it, you know, between the 1 and the 2 guard, being very consistent all around the sides. Just taking out, you know, little dark spots that the 1.5 couldn't get. Taking advantage of the corners, you know, doing a lot of corner work. Same thing on the left side. To connect the fade, you want to grab your number 4, scoop out into the bowl. Right below the number 4. Now with my number 2, right below the number 3. Now to blend in that fade, I'm gonna grab your number 1.5, and you just flaking out, you know, that between that 1 and that 2. for the lineup, my client did want to keep the bangs, and the way I start the lineup is just I hit the middle and just start working my way to the right, because since I am right-handed, it just feels, you know, very natural. Very natural. You don't want to push your client back at all. Same thing with the C cup, keeping it very natural. And what this does, it just keeps the haircut, you know, lasting longer, and it gives it, you know, a better look. Now I'll be adding Tune 45 no drip enhancement, you know, just to bring the cut to the next level while still keeping it very natural. And here I go with my trimmers again, just to ensure that there's no little flyaways or anything like that, just to make sure it's very nice and crispy. Now I'll be damping the hair, getting it ready to apply some curling product. Now my client wanted a small cross on the back, so we're just gonna do that real quick. Make sure you cause tension on the skin by pulling it to the opposite direction, so that you don't, you know, make your client cut them in any way. Now doing some, you know, last touches. So here's the before. And here's the after, man. And man, if you made it to the end of the video, I appreciate you. And if you like the video or the cut, you know, please like and subscribe. Leave a comment on your thoughts on this fade. And yeah, man, appreciate y'all. Thank you. I'm a new man, bro.